You keep asking God why he hasn't released that person into your life yet, why the door to that relationship stays shut, no matter how much you pray, fast, or try to wait well. But the truth is, there's a reason heaven is silent. And it's not because God didn't hear you. It's because what you're asking for would ruin you in your current state. God withholds what you're not prepared to carry. And many times, that person you're begging him to release is an idol in disguise, not a blessing. You secretly believe that if you could just have them, your loneliness would end, your struggles would ease, your life would finally feel complete. But God isn't in the business of sending you someone to distract you from him. He's trying to protect your purpose from the very thing you think you need. Psalm 84:11 says, "No good thing will he withhold from those who walk uprightly." So if he's holding it back, maybe it's not good for you yet. Or maybe you're not good for it. What you think is delay is actually mercy. What feels like rejection is God pulling you closer, stripping you of false attachments, breaking the need to be validated by someone who was never meant to define you. You keep praying for release, but God is watching your roots. Because if your identity is still fragile, one wrong connection could pull your soul out of alignment. God isn't going to bless you with someone you'll worship more than him. Exodus 23 isn't optional. He said, "You shall have no other gods before me." And yes, that includes that person. Sometimes the wait is because that person is still entangled in patterns God refuses to let infect your calling. You only see their potential. God sees their private compromises, their unrepented sin, their emotional instability hidden beneath charm and church language. You're crying over someone who looks ready on the outside but still lives like Egypt in their spirit. And if God released them now, they'd love you with trauma instead of truth. Romans 8:28 is still true. He's working all things for your good, even the closed doors and silent seasons. And here's what no one told you. You're being refined too. Your impatience reveals a fear that God won't get it right, that he'll forget you or make you miss your moment. But Isaiah 49:16 says he's engraved you on the palms of his hands. He hasn't forgotten. He's just not about to trade eternal timing for emotional urgency. Some of you are in love with who that person used to be, not who they are now, or worse, who you imagined they could become. God sees that, and he knows if he gave them to you now, you'd spend years trying to resurrect a version of them that never existed. That's not love, that's delusion. Real love doesn't just feel right, it aligns with God's will, and anything that pulls you out of alignment isn't delayed, it's denied. But denial is deliverance in disguise. The longer you fixate on why they haven't come, the more you miss the assignment of this season. To become whole without them, to walk in purpose solo, to build something sacred that doesn't collapse when people walk away. Because if you think your calling depends on their arrival, then your worship is misplaced. This is your wilderness moment, and just like with Israel, God won't let you enter the promise until the idol dies. That doesn't mean he'll never release that person. It means he won't release them until it no longer matters more than his presence. Maybe the real reason for the delay isn't about them at all. Maybe it's about what God's still trying to heal in you. The rejection you never processed, the fear of abandonment you never confessed, the way you define your worth by whether or not you're chosen. Until that breaks, the cycle repeats. Until you trust God's timing more than your feelings, he'll keep the door closed out of love. So stop praying for release and start praying for revelation. Ask God what he's forming in you through this waiting. Ask him what he's protecting you from. Ask him to show you the difference between divine timing and emotional fantasy. Because the truth is, if you force it now, you'll fight for peace later. And God loves you too much to let you sabotage your future with someone who doesn't fit your assignment. So here's your challenge. Let go. Let go of your timeline, your obsession, your need to know. Surrender the when and trust the why. Because the moment you stop chasing what hasn't been released is the moment you're free enough to receive what God has prepared. And no delay in the will of God is ever wasted.